Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the front room. Hope you're doing really well. And I'm Kai, and I'm here with my dad today.
Thank you for joining us once again.
And we're doing an album reaction today.
Yes. I
and
don't know what it is.
It's the only thing you know. So it's something that I haven't listened to yet. It's a new release from a band.
Oh, from a band.
From
Okay.
a band.
All right.
Yeah.
Great.
The band is the Wallows.
Haven't heard of the Wallows.
Or actually just Wallows, but I always think of them as the Wallows.
The
I
Wallows.
guess.
Yeah.
More old-fashioned, I guess. But we're checking out Wallows today.
Wallows. Okay.
Mhm, yeah.
Like I said, I've never heard the name.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And for me, they are a band that I've listened to before, but not recently. So in high school, around 2018, 2019, me and my friends listened to a handful of songs from them very frequently. Especially one song called Are You Bored Yet? That featured Clairo, which is sort of like she's a bedroom pop artist that's really quite big now as well, but they sort of exploded out with that track, and definitely a song of my high school experience.
Oh, that's nice. So
Like
you
when everyone first got their cars and stuff,
yeah.
that very period, that song
good.
was played a lot.
Yeah, cool. Nice. Is this a new album then?
It's a new album. Yeah, and the album is called Model. We got the cover over here for it.
Model. Okay, it's a room, fairly, not a palatial room, very kind of straightforward, simple, middle-class room, right? Yeah, with a couch that looks like it's been loved and been sat in a lot. Yeah?
Yeah.
See the wrinkles?
Yeah.
Sunset, I take it? Looks like a sunset, right?
Yeah.
Not a sunrise. Yeah.
Sunset.
I'm looking for clues as to that might inform us about the music.
Totally, yeah. I'm even an old-ish looking fan as well.
Oh, yeah, I didn't catch that.
And these curtains.
Yeah. These lacy kind of traditional curtains.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
and there's nobody in the picture.
Yeah. Yeah.
Food for thought.
Food for thought, yeah. It just right away gives me the sense that maybe someone in the band or the band themselves went away to like their family's away place, whether it be a cabin or
this reminds you of a cabin,
or like a beach house that perhaps has been passed down because things haven't been updated in that way.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be.
So it gives me like a nostalgic feeling, at least maybe from their perspective.
Yeah, I'm wondering why no one is in the picture. None of the band members are in this picture, right? It's kind of an unusual cover in that way.
It is, yeah. And there's 3 guys in the band, so they're right here. And there's also 3 seats. Just thought of this now. 3 seats
on the couch.
On the couch.
Yeah.
So there's that. And just before we get into it, we have the Wallows Wikipedia page. I haven't done any research on this. I just thought we'd do it together, right?
Okay.
So got some info here.
Wallows is an American alternative rock band based in LA, composed of Dylan Minette, Braden Lemasters, and Cole Preston. The band began releasing songs independently in 2017, starting with Pleaser, which reached number 2 on the Spotify Global Viral 50 chart. All right. They signed in 2018 to Atlantic Records and released their major label EP, debut EP, Spring.
And then, so Dylan is the only band member that I know, and that's because of his work outside of music, actually. He acts, so he was in a huge show when I was in high school. Yeah.
Oh, right.
And I think that's where he found a lot of his fame from. Yeah. Really famous. So
multi-talented guy.
Yeah. And that is him here, I guess, in 2011 with a few of the other guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just starting out. Young bucks way back, and they look like they're in like grade 9 or something.
And they're also known from 2011 to 2017. So before they made it big, they called themselves, or they're also known as the Narwhals.
Oh.
And for some reason, I guess these guys are around my age, right? My generation was weirdly obsessed with narwhals for a short period of time. And it's because of this one song. I don't know who created it.
The single long-toothed mammal.
Yes,
that lives in the Arctic Ocean.
Yeah. It's like narwhals swimming in the ocean, causing a commotion because they are so awesome. So I don't know if they got it from that, but I think that song would have came out around 2011. So maybe that's it.
The picture of 2011, they look super young, don't they?
Yeah. They're probably just a couple years older than I am.
Yeah. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then this is Wallows in 2018.
Oh, yeah.
And that's Dylan on the left over there.
Right.
So, yeah.
They look like, that looks like California garb to me, eh?
Mm-hmm.
The shirts.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like straight out of almost like the Beach Boys era or something, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be interesting to hear if you catch any, or if we catch any influences from that part.
From earlier rock?
Yeah.
Possibly. Cool.
Yeah, so I'm excited to get into it.
Mm-hmm.
It's 12 songs long, just came out, and we're going to listen to all the songs without the lyrics, and then after the song, or partway through, if it's an immediate thing that we want to check out, we'll check out the lyrics, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to go for no lyrics for most of this.
And this is very exciting for me, Kai, because I haven't heard any new alternative rock.
Right.
None.
Not at all.
Zero.
Yeah.
Right?
Zero.
I mean, the newest would have been Radiohead from like the 90s.
People are going to be like, how old is this guy?
Yeah.
No, yeah. Well, I mean, you've heard a Gorilla song.
Oh, that's true.
But that was a mix of, I mean, that's totally indie rock, but that song had hip hop influence in it as well, right? With feel gooding.
Yeah.
So,
okay. Without further ado, shall we?
Let's do it. And we would like to thank Atlantic Records for sponsoring this video, making this video happen, and getting us to listen to this album. So even though it's a sponsored reaction, like all of our videos, our reactions are 100% genuine. So we're going to say what we like, what we might not like as much, or anything in between, right? So
absolutely.
We're still rolling that way. But we really appreciate the sponsor from Atlantic.
Thank you, Atlantic.
If you guys don't know, all these videos of ours, like 99% of the videos get demonetized by YouTube because of copyright, because we let the songs play all the way through for you guys to listen with us. So it's really important for us to get these things to keep it going, right?
Keep us afloat.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So anyways, let's get to the first track of Model. It just came out about 2 weeks ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
First track is Your Apartment.
And just because I loaded up some of the lyrics before this so that we could check them out during the reaction, I read when I was doing that Your Apartment was, I think, the lead single for this album as well. So,
and that's connected to the cover, obviously.
I guess so. Yeah.
I like those opening chords. Mm-hmm. They're a bit dissonant.
Yeah.
You know?
We will need a repeat of the night when you called me over to your apartment. Should we get close? Should we put the lights down? It was never right, I think you know now. There's a lot of things that I could tell you, but some things are left better if you never knew. So I shut myself up with a nightcap. I'm not tempted, I just don't like that. We seem to open up with you. What am I supposed to do? I don't need to walk you through it. Who said I don't understand that? I probably won't remember. Sat in the palm of your hand.
I don't know if that's guitar, but the you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's cool.
Empathetic to you and your healing. Ask a friend if you still don't believe me. I've got stitches that I'm sewing up to, so it isn't fair to say I love you. Let's think before we go and it's you're crying.
I love how intense the percussion is.
The percussion's wonderful.
I think this conversation needs to end. Remember, you're not the only one in this. I want to speak, but you won't even talk to me. Not until you like to see.
This is the bridge, right? I think.
Yet it sanctifies things that you internalize. I'd rather tell you right before predicting what I don't know could lead into false hope. Who said I don't understand the fact I probably won't remember time in the palm of your hand. We both let go together, but I promise I get yourself.
I love how there's two parts to this chorus.
Yes.
It's really interesting.
The soundscape right now, I really like it. I really like it. It's very rich. Huh. Oh, I like that. I like the way it ended up with just the drums at the end there. That was cool.
I don't think I've heard a Wallows song like that before.
Oh,
I mean,
really?
I'm not a fan, right?
Yeah.
Following them and stuff like that, but just
Yeah.
from what I know,
Yeah.
that's different style. Yeah, a little bit more energy.
I was going to say high energy. For
Yeah,
sure.
and I love how after that verse finishes and then the chorus brings things upwards, and at the same time it sort of sounds bright.
Yeah. I was trying to catch some of the lyrics, but I found the music was very prominent, and I didn't really catch on to what he was singing
I
about
just caught
too
bits
much.
and pieces.
I'm
yeah.
wondering if we should read the lyrics as we're listening.
You think? Yeah.
Maybe.
I just feel like I'm gonna miss out on the music.
I know, because when we put the lyrics up, there's always the danger that we'll focus on the lyrics, right?
Yeah.
But if I promise not to.
Okay, sure. We can do that for the next song then.
Okay,
yeah,
great.
Yeah, but at least for this song, and I like the opening as well.
So did I. Yeah, it's very distinctive. Yeah, the way that
Percussion I think the percussion
Great.
enters on the offbeat, which sort of catches you off guard.
Oh, that's why I liked it.
Yeah.
I wasn't aware of that, but I
Right.
knew there was something about that was,
Right.
that was cool.
Yeah, and then it just
Yeah.
plummets you in there.
Yeah.
We don't need to repeat of the night when you called me over to your apartment. Should we get close? Should we put the lights down? It was never right. I think you know now, but there's a lot of things that I could tell you, but some things are left better if you never knew. Old wounds seem to open up with you. What am I supposed to do? I don't need to walk you through it.
Right. I wonder who's been at your apartment. Would you give in or would you relent? Who's been trying to get in your bed, empathetic to you and your healing? Ask a friend if you still don't believe me. I've got stitches that I'm sewing up too, so isn't it fair to say I love you?
So perhaps a past relationship that ended, and now
It's a bit messy.
it's messy,
Yeah.
and feelings might still be there,
Yeah.
but they know it might not be the best thing to fully accept those emotions and to go through with them because they might end up hurting each other again.
Yeah, and it sounds like he doesn't want to go into minute detail about certain things.
Yeah.
Because this is a relationship that obviously is not going to continue. And it's like, we don't need to go,
Yeah.
into great detail about everything here.
Yeah. And it's very much in the perspective of him. Like,
Yes.
I've got stitches. You're crying to me, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's very much from his perspective as well. And I just know that if you're in a situation where that's not the most desirable, right? Like, you wish it could be better, that sometimes you get balled up in your own head about thinking about, like, I feel this way. you're doing these things to me, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's effective, the way that he put it from that perspective.
And then he finishes with, you're crying to me on the phone again. Remember, you're not the only one in this. I want to speak, but you won't even talk to me. Not only, yeah. So they're all, it's yeah. I've been there. Let me just summarize what he's saying. I get it. I feel those lyrics.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been there.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Cool.
Let's go to the next track here.
Yeah.
So the next track's called Anytime Always. Look at the lyrics up for it as well.
Thank you.
And it says that the producer here is John Congleton. And
is that a name you know?
I don't think that that's a member of the group, right? Because
No.
that wasn't a name that was listed.
Yeah.
But we do so much hip hop on the channel that this time the producer is definitely taking a different role than in hip hop, right?
Yeah,
Because-
that's something that I've learned over the last couple of years.
Yeah. So, like in this case, I guess John is the producer, that role that you're familiar with bands, right? But the Wallows themselves, I assume, would be responsible for most of the music playing, like the musicianship.
And the lyrics. Yeah.
So John, just wanted to mention that because I figure that a producer for a rock album will probably stay mostly throughout the whole thing, right?
Yeah, it's usually the same producer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
I only need a shoulder to cry on. So please, would you leave me a light on, and I'll come by when you don't mind, but not if it'll only waste your time. But you can call me anytime, always. You can call me anytime, always. You can call me anytime.
I like this.
Always, you can call me anytime. I hope you whisper close when you're leaning, and please give me some kind of reason to let go of the state of mind that the only time I waste is mine. Well, you can call me anytime, always. You can call me anytime, always. You can call me anytime, always. You can call me.
Wow, the guitars are very kind of ambitious. There's a lot going on. Changing, and, you know?
Let's look back on past times, the good and the bad. Let's make up the best years you and I have ever had. Can't think of the last time that
Oh, I like that clapping.
till you looked up at me. Could you stay a while? Let's look back on past times, the good and the bad. Let's make up the best years you and I have ever had. You can call me anytime, always. You can call me anytime, always. You can call me anytime.
Well, that bass line is good.
You can call me anytime, always. 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 You can call me anytime.
Oh, that was great. Great. That was really great. I really enjoyed
I think
this.
I like that even more than the first track.
I would have to say that I did as well. Yeah.
Let me just get the lyrics.
I'm not sure why, but it was just, it was very catchy. That chorus was so catchy.
And it was, and a lot of things caught me off guard.
Yeah.
Even that opening.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, shocking, and then it goes into the smoothness of their music.
Yeah. It was good. Really good.
And it sounded sort of like
It reminded me of something.
well, it sort of reminds me of the Strokes a little bit.
Okay, I think I've heard one or two tracks by
Yeah.
them, and it's the rhythm, right?
Yeah, the rhythm of the guitar, and also the
okay.
percussion as well being.
Okay.
I can't describe it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it gives me that feeling, which is a feeling I'm not complaining about because.
No.
Um,
This is a civilization that we exist within, and in civilization, people take things from the past
No, yeah,
and
totally,
build on it
totally.
and change it and make it their own.
Yeah, yeah.
That's how society works.
Totally. And where I was
Right?
heading was that it reminds me of the Strokes, but
Yeah.
they're also doing things that I haven't heard the Strokes do, which is fresh, totally fresh. And it's hard to take a sound that's, the Strokes have a really distinct, iconic sound. So for them to do that and do it in their own way, in a Wallows way, sounds really, really nice to me.
Uh-huh.
And also, it looks like there's continuation with some of the themes of the first song.
But in this, sorry, I'm cutting you off. I was just going to say, it seems to me in this song, he sort of wants to share time with this person he's had a relationship with, and maybe he's hoping in the back of his mind that he can continue in this relationship, right?
Yeah.
So a bit of a different feeling in the first.
Yeah, more optimistic.
Yeah.
And things are actually happening, because in the first one, it sounded like
he wanted to get out of it.
he wanted to get out, or I got the sense that it ended and now they're trying to heal. He said he's got stitches that need to heal or something like that, right?
Yeah.
But still, I know tons of people that have ended things after even long relationships, and they end up sort of getting back together, or they just can't detach from each other because they spent that time together. So it sounds like with the first track, where he's worried that if we were to spend more time together like we did in the past, that might end up to be even a worse outcome than before, right? But this one, it seems like they've made the jump to where they realize perhaps they need each other, right?
Yeah.
I need a shoulder to cry on.
Uh-huh.
So would you please leave me a light on?
Yeah, I really like those opening two lines. Those are my favorite of the song.
Yeah. And I think in the first track, there's also something about leaving a light on. I'm not sure.
It's so visual, you know? And then he comes to her back door and there's a light on. It's inviting, comforting, the glow of the light.
Yeah.
You know?
It's a real symbol
Yeah.
of that. Totally.
Mm-hmm. Pardon me? You were going to say there's something else now?
Yeah, and the first track, I think, also mentioned something about leaving a light on.
Oh, did it?
I think something about a light on. So there might be some progression even with that as an idea. And was there one other? Oh, yeah. So then he goes on to say, this is where the music switches up.
Could you stay a while? Let's look back on past times, the good and the bad. Let's make up the best years you and I have ever had.
So this is an interesting lyric to me. So let's make up the best years you and I ever had. Is that like make up for? You know what I mean? Because I could understand if he's saying, let's make up for the years that we never had.
Yeah.
Right?
I think by leaving out for, it doesn't have that meaning.
I know,
like
yeah.
I think he just means let's continue and have more good years like the ones we've had in the past.
Right.
Maybe.
Right.
So he wants us to continue, right?
Yeah. I guess that just phrasing of it was sort of interesting to me. So it looks like there might be a chronological progression to this whole thing, perhaps. But these two songs seem mildly related, right?
Uh-huh.
But I love that switch up, because with this portion of the track, the first half. That sound cranking down. Isn't that just a bizarre sound?
Yeah, I don't know how they created it, but that's a bass guitar for sure.
Yeah,
it's a bass guitar.
It's really well done.
It's good.
Yeah.
No, the music so far, it's super tight. Wow.
Yeah. Next track is called "Calling After Me." Seems to be their biggest hit, so perhaps another single from this album. Just get the lyrics up as well. And funny enough, that second song was easier for me to follow along without looking at the lyrics than the first one, and that's when we had the lyrics up. And here's the single cover for the single.
Or is that a public payphone?
Yeah.
Well, the only one in America.
Yeah. So it looks like they're going, as we could tell, they're going for some retro.
Yeah. Feel,
yeah.
It's got a very cheerful sound to it.
Who's somebody you know you shouldn't call? Who are you kissing in the back of your car? Who's the one who got away? Who are you thinking of when you end the day? 'Cause I know you.
Oh, nice guitar, man.
More than a secret, you know I can be just what you want. 'Cause I've been out until the morning, and I don't think I'll last another night. I knew the feeling would be forming after I took a look into your eyes. But are you ready for it, darling? I'll take on your responsibilities.
I think I like his voice the most on this track.
Me too.
Sounds great.
I don't even know if it's the same singer. It could be.
Could be. True
All,
enough.
all three of them could sing. True. Oh, hear that?
Okay,
I'm gonna pause it. So
This is
go ahead.
this song is sounding real fresh.
Yeah.
The first two songs, had all that great guitar going on and changes in the sound. This one's a little more stripped back musically.
Yeah,
And
sounds
his voice is prominent, and there's not as much instrumentation going on.
Yeah.
It's kind of has a fresh, clean sound to it.
I was gonna say clean too. Yeah, totally. And then the placement of the guitars in each instrument is really well done, right? It comes in at the right time, so it's arranged really well.
Yeah.
And it makes just for a really, really pleasant listen.
It does.
And during these verses, I'm a big fan of the music. And at the very end of the last beat, there's a slight pause. It's like
You love
tiny-
those.
tiny-
You love those pauses in songs.
well,
I
this
know,
is sort of a
right?
different pause, though.
Yeah. No, it's not a criticism.
Yeah.
You notice it. And
Right.
I often maybe subconsciously might, but I never consciously notice the pauses.
Right. So when I play it, you'll hear like a dun 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 dun.
Okay.
Sort of like a breath.
Right.
And that makes it, when it comes in for the next line, even
Yeah.
a little bit more punchy.
Let's hear that.
Yeah. It's really subtle.
Play dumb, I know you fantasize. You can
Oh,
have me
yeah.
back every
Yeah, it's
night.
there for sure. Oh,
I
yeah.
done the things that you've been doing.
Yeah.
You need someone like me to get through it, and I
And there it didn't happen because then it's
can't
perfectly,
see
because it goes into this,
people
right?
talking, you know we
The tone of that electric guitar is
Yeah.
awesome.
That's good.
just what they want. 'Cause I've been out until the morning, and I don't think I'll last another night. I knew the feeling would be forming after I took a look into your eyes. But are you ready for it, darling? I'll take on your responsibilities.
I like that line. I'll take on your responsibilities.
But I know that you're calling after me.
Yeah.
Like sharing in more than just good times together.
Yeah,
Right?
You're willing to sacrifice.
Yeah, the good and the bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He mentioned the good and the bad in the last song.
Did he really?
That phrase.
No way.
Yeah, or the first song. Yeah.
And I don't think I'll last another night. I knew the feeling would be forming after I took a look into your eyes. But are you ready for it, darling? I'll take on your responsibilities.
Shit, pardon me. I love the guitar playing, man. So creative.
You're calling after me.
This is such a strong melody, but it's so modest.
Yeah, it is. Oh wow, it is. It's modest, right? It's a modest sounding song. Well, what do we mean when we say modest?
It's not one that is saying, "Look at me, I'm a riff."
Right. It's not wowing you with all this incredible, like a wall of sound with all sorts of textures and stuff. Right?
Or not even that, just like a distinct, so like,
Oh yeah,
which is
Oh, I see.
great, but
Yeah.
that is like,
Yeah.
you gotta pay attention to it.
That sounded like Deep Purple.
No, I think that's what I was trying to copy, actually, yeah. I don't know the name of the song, but that's like, when I think of a riff, that's the first one.
Or is that the Cream with Eric Clapton?
It could be, yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. But you know what I mean?
Decades old.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those riffs are dramatic.
Oh, yeah.
Look at me. I
Yeah.
sound great.
Yeah.
And that's what you're there for. But this one is just lovely.
Yeah.
But nonetheless really strong and well thought out.
It is.
Which I guess is sort of like that indie rock flavor.
Yeah. Well, I know, and I've said this before in other videos, and we've talked about this. I don't want to flog a dead horse, but I know that a lot of people of your age, including you, don't like extended guitar solos that were a trademark of rock music back in the 70s.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And this is more your style, where they're using guitars to create texture and rhythm and a variety in the sound.
Yeah.
But the songs are there the guitar creates the structure of the sound without those extended solo guitar bits, right?
I find just guitar solos, I totally can appreciate some of, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can appreciate it, just not my taste. For me, they just sound too like monolithic. Here's the song, boom, guitar solo. Let's get back to the song, right? And where I like them,
sometimes irrelevant to
the song, yeah. And if they are relevant, then it makes sense very, very much, right? Because then it's relevant. But
I get that. I get that. Yeah.
So that's why I guess I'm digging this too. Some good lyrics in that song, great sound. But I guess we can go on to the next one.
Let's roll.
Yeah, all these ones have been actually quite different from each other.
They have.
And for whatever reason, I thought the Wallows had sort of a more coherent sound. And this is coherent too, but just in terms of its atmosphere.
Oh, yeah.
From before.
Well,
I think they've developed a lot since when I heard them.
Okay. Right. Yeah, I don't have that previous experience with their music, but I'm getting a real feeling that this of continuity with this music. That's good. I like that.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. I'm just going to check the camera real quick.
Sure. So the next one is track number 4, Bad Dream.
Are you running away from something? Are you worried you feel nothing? Here we go again. Tell me what's been left unsaid. I'm not in your head. Can you help me understand? Are you having a bad dream, baby?
I really like these melodies.
That's beautiful. Wow, this is so very different from the first 3 tracks.
I love how his vocal melody and the bass and the percussion moves along together at the end there. Trickled downwards. All together.
Yeah, it did, eh? Yeah.
And this chorus and even the verses, the feeling is so dreamy and romantic.
It is.
Comforting.
These nights are cold, but you're not alone. I lie awake and feel you shake. I hold you close, but you never reality. Are you having a bad dream, baby? A reflection of your thoughts lately. Are you having a
It's
bad dream?
a really nice chorus, isn't it?
I wanna wake you, but you
The melody.
won't let me. Are you having a bad dream?
And the lyrics too.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, I love the way it started off. That first verse.
Yeah.
Are you having a bad dream, baby? I wanna wake you, but you won't let me.
None of the guitar sounds of the first three tracks
no.
at all.
A lot more laid back.
Yeah, a lot more keyboard type sounds to this one.
Yeah. And the tempo's dropped as well.
Oh. Are you having a bad dream?
Mhm.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed that.
That was a smooth ride, right?
Yeah, it was nice.
The other ones tried to switch up more with different musical elements.
Yeah.
Catching us off guard sometimes, stuff like that,
Yeah.
keeping things interesting. And this one was still interesting, but definitely kept all the way through. You know?
Yeah, which is in line with sort of nighttime. Somebody's dreaming.
Mhm.
It's got a softness to the sound.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, absolutely. So that worked really, really well.
Yeah, though, that the opening lines, "Are you having a bad dream, baby? Grinding your teeth." When you're sleeping next to somebody and they're grinding their teeth,
Mhm.
you do wonder, why are they grinding their teeth? What is going through their head? What are they perhaps not sharing with me? Or what are the stresses they're feeling that they're not coping with in their day-to-day lives? It gets you thinking. Really?
When me and Say were in Kelowna,
Yeah.
she said, "Kai, you grind your teeth." I was like, "Oh, wait. Are you grinding your teeth?"
Yeah.
So I don't know what I was thinking, but
Yeah.
But I did have a very not pleasant sleep that night.
Did you?
So I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, would you like to open up here on camera?
No, but I had some probably bizarre dreams or something like that. I remember waking up thinking, "Oh, that was such a long sleep."
Right.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah. It's great opening two lines.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen anybody refer to grinding your teeth in a song before.
Mm-hmm. And I like the next two lines too, because are you running away from something?
Yeah.
Are you worried you're feeling nothing?
Yeah.
So it's like those two questions, they're concerning questions, because if that person is running away from something, that's not good. And if they feel nothing, it's like that something getting away from something, but at the same time you're feeling nothing. So
Yeah. And are you worried you're feeling nothing? I thought of in terms of our relationship, like you're feeling nothing towards me now.
Yeah. Right.
Are things really
Yeah.
gone sour or something? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Here we go again. Tell me what's been left unsaid. I'm not in your head. Can you help me understand? And I saw this video. I mean, you know how scrolling on YouTube Shorts or Instagram Reels or whatever, you see all sorts of stuff. And then some, I don't know what post, but basically it was a post reminding people that everyone thinks that everyone else can read their mind, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just in life.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Oh,
But
yeah.
everyone thinks in their own way. And then you forget that people can't understand your perspective on things. I'm not saying that it's profound or anything like that, but it was just a reminder that popped up through that YouTube short or whatever that is reminding me of this. I'm not in your head. Can you help me understand, right? It's important to tell people how you feel for them to understand and not assume that they know.
Exactly. Yeah.
Especially, obviously, in relationships. So, yeah. Another different track, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that was Bad Dream. Nice track.
Mm-hmm. It was.
We can skip along to A Warning, making it the 5th track. Now, A Warning. Perhaps things are turning sour. So we started off with Your Apartment, and that sounded off like we discussed that already, right? And then it went to a better scenario with Anytime Always. And then Calling After Me, I think sounded pretty positive, right?
I think so. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
The bops along. Just indication that things are possibly going well. Has a feeling of movement. Bad Dream and now a Warning. So, maybe things are turning sour. And also this has another...
What are we looking at there?
I don't know. It's a car windshield with a map.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and has letters stuck to the windshield wipers.
It is.
Held you close when it got colder. Placed your head upon my shoulder. Now it feels like you don't know me. If it's real, then can you show me? These are all the things that we'll choose to remember. Did you cross your fingers when you said forever? Did it look the same with the other before me? Am I just a name you flip through in your story of people you've made to love you? You could have given me a warning, 'cause you had me holding out for nothing. Oh, you could have given me a warning if you knew that all your walls were caving. Yeah, I could have given it some more, but you had me holding open the door. Oh, you could have given me a warning, 'cause you had me holding out. Oh, I could have saw the spark in your eyes fade.
Okay, so here's a new singer, Braden.
All these steps that I'm retracing till I get lost and time stops forever. Feel like I'm locked, but you're not. You're better. These are all the things I would choose to remember. Did you cross your fingers when you said forever? Did it look the same with the other before me? Am I just a name you put through in your story of people
Braden almost sounds British
you've
with
made to
his
love you?
pronunciation.
That's
How
true.
can you have someone to lean on
Yeah.
if they don't get through? You could have given me a warning, 'cause you had me holding out for nothing. Oh, you
So Dylan has the lead vocals here. He's the guy who acted or probably still acts.
all your walls were caving. Yeah,
I'll comment on what I like about it.
you had me holding open.
So what he's saying is,
You could have given me a warning, 'cause you had me
he would have appreciated from this partner of his a little bit of an indication that she or he was falling out of love with him, right? So it came on all of a sudden and sort of blindsided him. He wishes the person had been a little more upfront, a little more honest.
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah.
I like that keyboard or whatever it is. It's really nice.
Both hands doing the same thing.
You're on to me. Yeah, that was, I want to say pretty. It's kind of a pretty song in a way. Just the way it went along and that melody.
Well, with Dylan's voice, what I really liked about it, and so far with the album, is that we're getting a whole bunch of different vocal deliveries in terms of their emotion and a bunch of other things, which makes it all very varied and exciting to listen to. And this one with especially, who was it? It was Dylan. Dylan's voice in the beginning here.
These are all the things that we'll choose to
Especially during the chorus, I think.
You've made to love you.
The feeling that I get from this is that, compared to the other songs especially, is that he sounds dejected, but not fully, because he still cares. No, I get the feeling that he cares about the situation.
Right.
So there's a certain tenderness to his voice that still exists, but he sounds down.
Yeah.
It's like a mix of those two things.
Yeah,
right?
there's not a hint of anger in his voice, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why the F didn't you tell me that you were going to leave? Or there's nothing like that, right?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. It's kind of a sadness in it, right?
Yeah. And this time he's saying, you could have given me a warning because you had me holding out for nothing, especially combined with that voice that he's using. It's like he's not saying it to her like the other songs. I think
really?
in the very first track, it was like I felt this way and you didn't do this. I can almost hear him saying it to the person, whether he or her, right?
Yeah.
But this one is like, you could have given me a warning.
Almost like
he's thinking about it in his head.
Oh,
yeah.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Especially because it's so quiet and gentle.
Right. Yeah, that's true. I wouldn't have thought of that. But
you wouldn't say that to the person that betrayed you, right? To their face like that. I mean, it'd be hard to.
Yeah.
But it's easy to in your head because the person's not in front of you.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Great.
And the sixth track is called I Wouldn't Mind.
I Wouldn't Mind. Oh.
I'll do it better. I'll make it alright. I'm hesitant to tell you something doesn't feel right.
Different kind of beat.
I'm nearing a collapse, but I swear that I'm intact. I do. Hey, can't you feel it? It's written on the mirror. Will you decide? I can make it clear. I don't want.
How are they chopping up the rhythm like they're doing?
Yeah, it's really neat rhythm.
You know I wouldn't mind. You know I wouldn't mind. You know it's on my mind.
The snares and the kicks are hitting on the offbeat a lot of the time.
Oh, yeah.
I'll do it better. I'll make it alright. I know I can be deceiving, but I'm trying this time. I've fallen off the track, and it's harder to look.
And that whistling going throughout all of it.
It's a little bit unsettling, the music. It fits with the lyrics.
I haven't been paying attention.
Oh, hear that? The percussion, some of the percussion almost sounds like it's from a different genre.
I was going to say hip hop.
Yeah, is that it?
Yeah, I mean, even the way that it's offbeat reminds me of how like a producer might chop up a sample and arrange it.
Right, yeah. I really like that chord, a couple of chords that they were playing on the guitar. It was really nice.
Right.
Different from anything earlier.
Yeah. They're trying a lot of different things.
That was cool.
I'm impressed.
That was cool. So the guy's falling apart, but he's not being honest about it. He's not telling.
Yeah, you're gonna have to let me know about these.
Yeah,
lyrics.
the guy's really falling apart, but he's keeping it from his partner. That's in essence what he's. Yeah.
I see. I'm nearing a collapse, but I swear that I'm intact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
guess
I know I can be deceiving, but I'm trying this time. He says.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't want to go home tonight alone. So
yeah,
you can't be alone, or maybe he doesn't want to be.
I've fallen off the track. It's harder to look back at you. Yeah. So I like the music. The music was kind of I said unsettling, but kind of disjointed, because of the offbeat stuff that was going on.
Totally.
Yeah, which goes with the theme of the song.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So I like that. That worked well.
Absolutely, yeah. And then here's track 7, Show Me Where My Days Went. Also, You as this, I guess, Show Me Where, You is the title, but Show Me Where My Days Went is the alternate title in brackets. So, producer is John Congleton for all these tracks.
Sounds like a clock ticking.
It's my life, always at nights. This isn't what I had in mind. To get along, do I need someone? I think about it all the time.
Oh, that guitar is great.
I've got it alone. Guess I didn't know that curious could amount to this. When you came along, I knew what was wrong. It's you. I'm just saying it's you.
I love that TikTok.
You're been chasing, show me where my days went. It's you. I'm just saying it's
you. Probably the most poppy song of the bunch with this chorus.
Oh, could be.
Did I say it loud? Take that pressure off, but know that I'm waiting over here. Ready when you are, we can take it forward. I see it now. It's funny how I'm not afraid.
He's got some vocal effects on now.
Oh yeah. I like those two lines.
I'm just saying it's you.
Love those beeps.
Yeah.
You're what I've been chasing. Show me where my days went. If I used to see you right next to me, and never lack any confidence. Let everything's fine. Time, you're what I've been chasing. Show me where my days went.
Oh, it just ended like that.
Yeah.
That was very catchy.
It's so cool how
I like that a lot.
Yeah, I like that a lot too. Those lyrics. If I used to see you right next to me, those lines, you could sing them a dozen ways, right?
Could you?
Well, I think so. If I used to see, right? Not so like if I used to D.
Oh yeah. Okay.
You could totally figure out many ways to sing that, right? But once you hear it, it's like that sounds right.
Oh yeah, that
right?
sounds right. Yeah, it sounds right.
But if you didn't hear that, I don't think you would go to that, right?
No, I guess not. Yeah. Especially if you just saw the lyric on a page, right?
You go like, if I used to see.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
You right next to me, right?
If I used to see you right next to me. That's some other song. But yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. But that being said, when you hear it done, if you see, it just sounds right.
Yeah, right.
Just sounds right.
It does. Yeah.
So they've created a great little bit there.
Great beat.
And then it finishes off with the secondary melody. You're what I've been chasing. Show me where my days went. To round it all off.
Yeah.
Right? Which is a lot more melodic than the rhythmic melody that they're using up here.
Right. One thing about this album, and I think this is, I don't know if this is a modern thing, but all of the songs end quite abruptly. You know,
Mm.
there's no fade out,
Yeah.
and there's no like drum roll, you know.
Yeah.
And I kind of miss that in music. I like that. I find that to be a real little golden nugget at the end of a song.
Not the fade out, but
Not the fade out,
the
but
drums sort of finish off.
indicating with drums or bass or even guitar that the song is about to end. Yeah, I kind of like that. And I think a lot of modern rock music, alternative rock, probably don't do that. Is that correct? Or do you know?
I think for like indie pop,
Yeah.
indie rock pop, like I would consider these guys, it's probably not that common.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
not nowadays. But I mean, in the 2000s, it would have been, I think, common enough.
Okay.
Yeah, to notice as a thing still.
Yeah.
But not lately.
Yeah, that's not a criticism. It's just an observation, and I think that's probably how things are done nowadays. I mean, songs used to end abruptly 30, 40 years ago too.
Well, this one definitely ended the most abruptly.
Do you think
out
so?
of all the songs. Just show me where my days went. Stop.
Oh, maybe so. Yeah.
But maybe I'm just trying to help them out a little bit. But with their lyrics, like, show me where my days went. Where did they go? End. You know?
Yeah.
It's like an abrupt thing.
Yeah.
In a way, possibly.
Show me where. Oh yeah. Okay.
Right? Yeah. Like the days have left.
Yeah. Show me where my days went. Yeah. Right. Cool.
So maybe. Yeah.
Look at the name of the next
Yes.
song. Canada. That's right. For those of you who don't know, we are in Canada. Oh, that's kind of got a swirly-ish sound. Oh, this is a different kind of soundscape, man.
Yeah. Sounds like a memory.
Quite different. It does.
Wake up in the morning light, only got you in mind. Wonder if you think of me, wonder if you give me time. Tell me if it's out of line, that I give you all mine. I know you've only on your mind. Remember every word you said, the way we sat in the heat, the way you wiped off my sweat, the way that you grazed my arm, the way you got in my head. Maybe you should come inside, maybe we could talk all night. Nothing makes you blitz. Anything you say is fine. I can always slow it down. We can take the long way round. But I think you have what I need. And maybe
He's
I
running with
need it
this
now.
the whole way through.
To make a sound.
The rhythm to the singing.
Yeah. Everything you hope to find.
Yeah.
I think I've already found. So what are you waiting for? And when you come back for more, I wanna show you it all. What we could have in store.
Very softly sung.
It's just something about you. All the things that you do.
I love that.
You see and through.
Yeah.
Coming back to where you're from, all the way to day one. Everything will let you hear, and then we keep adding on. So what are we waiting for? I'm not looking anymore. So let me give you a key to ever unlock my door.
This part. It makes me think a little bit of Beach House.
Yeah.
Maybe faster tempo, maybe, but
Yeah.
It's just something about you. All the
I
things
love that piano touch.
made me see the end through.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Kind of a bit twinkly sounding.
Yeah.
Oh, darn it. That should have been twice as long. I was really starting to get into that.
Right.
And,
Yeah, that could have gone longer.
how long was that?
These songs have been short. That was under 3 minutes, so 2 minutes 50 seconds, and then
Oh, but it's sort of roughly the average for the album, I guess.
yeah. They keep them short, but there's a lot packed into them.
There is.
Yeah, but like you said, I could have definitely used even a longer bit in that song. That was really good, and I love the soaring bits.
Yeah, it was nice. Different kind of sound.
I wasn't paying attention to what he was saying.
I wasn't either.
Yeah.
The music really hooked me, and I just didn't pay much attention. Yeah. Let's see.
So what are we waiting for? I'm not looking anymore. So let me give you a key to ever unlock my door. Ever unlock my door.
When I think of someone saying, unlock my door, I'll give you a key to unlock my door, to me it means he'll, I'll give you, I don't know, I'll give you my love, and then you can unlock my door and I can spill my heart, my thoughts, my soul out to you, sort of thing.
Yeah.
That's what I think of. Right? Unlock my door, like he's been, maybe he hasn't been able to express himself fully to a person, but this person comes along and he's thinking, this is the one or something.
Yeah, and I think it's paired wonderfully with the I'm not looking anymore, because he says, I'm not looking, I'm done looking, so I'm just going to give this key to you. You do what you want with the key. I'm ready to be unlocked, but I'm not going to unlock myself for you, right? It's like a house with a door. A house stays still, and then someone unlocks it to get in. So with him, he's not looking anymore. The house, which is him, isn't looking for people.
So what is the key then?
Well, the key is something that he offers to someone for them to use. He doesn't want to be, I think he's done using the key on himself to open up himself to others. And instead, he wants others to take the initiative to unlock him.
Maybe. I don't really see it that way, but yeah.
Right.
Yeah. When he says, I'm not looking anymore, I got the feeling he's saying, I found the person. This is the person I want in my life.
Right.
So let me give you a key. I'm repeating myself. Let me give you, I don't know. Let me give you my heart.
Right.
And then my door will be unlocked forever or something. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That was a cool sounding track.
It was.
Every single one has been different.
They have.
And Canada didn't disappoint.
No.
Thank God.
I wonder why they called it Canada Cup.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Yeah. Maybe a relationship that was... Oh, okay. Let's see.
Minette's girlfriend. So I think that's Dylan Minette, right?
Okay.
Isabella Eli, who is from Canada.
There we go.
The song's written about her.
I was wondering if that might be the case. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's
there you
go on to track number
9.
This sounds a bit more like one of the earlier tracks.
Yeah.
Searching for something real, just like I used to feel. There's words you want to hear that I can't seem to make clear, but still your company is never lost on me. I may not always be present, but even if I look the other way, love doesn't mean I've got nothing to say.
sound of it reminds me of sort of all of the indie rock since I was born to now, like just together, just a bunch of different styles within the genre. Yeah. So I'm sort of familiar with it, but not the fact that it's all put together. I can't describe it.
Right.
It's strange. It's strange.
I'm a sucker for that kind of rapid type of bass.
Are you? I know you do like that, to be honest.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I do. That kind of bass.
Because it's more new school. It emerged like in the late 70s, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, like with Joy Division,
Oh, right.
Clash, right?
Clash, really?
I think so. It's sort of like a proto-punk feel. Maybe not the Clash.
No, it sounds like it would be so difficult to play.
Right. Yeah. Your fingers would kill.
Yeah.
Interesting sort of statement with the lyrics in the song, which I think most would agree with.
I've been listening too closely.
Right. So he's talking about how, isn't it strange how, or I guess not everyone, but if you're in the situation where you're always looking for someone, someone that can change you, but you don't know if you can change, but yet you're looking for someone to change you without changing yourself. Right?
That's a dead end.
Yeah, and many people do that, right? Like,
yeah.
I know so many people that do that.
Yeah.
Where they're not even ready to look for someone, but yet they're constantly seeking for someone to make them better.
Yeah.
And fill certain aspects of their life that they aren't satisfied or confident in.
Or if I just find the right person, I'll be happy. Yeah.
But it's such a strange desire, right?
Yeah.
Like it's natural. It's natural, but
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you have to be comfortable with yourself and, as they say, love yourself. You're right.
Yeah.
First.
So that's what he's talking about in the song. And he really, with his repetition, and I like his delivery too with this, all right, maybe back
For someone who can change you, but I don't know if I can change too. Oh, don't you think that is strange? Don't you think that it's strange?
with the repetition and his cadence, he's really asking the listener, don't you think that it's strange, right? He's getting that point across fully. I just think it works really well.
Yeah. He switched, and now he's speaking to the listener.
Saying, don't you think that it's strange? Says it like that. Yeah. And the next song is called She's an Actress. So this is the third last track of the album. And let's get into it. Drums have really matched each song's vibe nicely. Yes.
Who's been out here? Hold your hand up. I could call it even if you never stand up. Two more blank eyes looking through me, thinking of a place from where you maybe knew me. Been in search of new sensations. Now I'm just looking for some communication.
Does this remind you of Elliott Smith at all? The vocals?
She's a model, she's an actress, she's a dancer.
No, okay.
There's a lot of music you missed out on.
I've missed so much music.
It's just really intimate.
It's the, yeah, right. It's the tone of his voice, the way he's speaking. Reminds me a little bit of Elliott.
Yeah,
Elliott's voice.
I get that. Yeah.
Not
Who
so-
knows? Maybe it is an influence. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get that.
Yeah, good.
Mhm. But there are a lot of people that have, I guess, been inspired by Elliot directly or indirectly since then, or perhaps by, I mean, even Elliot's delivery is sort of Nick Drake-ish, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's that
Yeah.
whispery,
Yeah.
intimate style. This guy's like right up to the microphone, just up singing like this
Yeah, I think that's it.
at the lowest volume that he can.
Right, right.
If the mood's right, we'll talk all night. It might be a road to nowhere, but it's alright. It might help me not feel empty. Have you learned something about me once you've left me? What's the motive? What's the reason? What's the right or wrong occasion for an evening? I'm just craving a connection.
The shaker in the background is swirling around.
Oh,
Yeah.
Some momentum. Yeah, we've got a little tension and it's pent up. It means nothing, but I know one thing. I'll keep running until I crash into something.
I like that one.
There's people knocking at my door. Don't know if I can let 'em in. I need to be alone, not be taken away. I thought that I owed myself all this time. I don't wanna be forgotten, but I've been avoiding being found. Maybe what I owe myself is an open heart to someone I wanna keep around. Arms are reaching, eyes are open.
Nice lyrics.
Yeah,
It's my
really
first
nice.
time doing this, so
And I
it's
really love that true grand piano sound. Those chords are
a
beautiful.
sensation.
Darn it, I missed the piano.
Yeah.
In my imagination.
We'll go back after it's done.
Words hold hidden meaning. Hold your gaze on me and I feel like I'm dreaming. I looked up to you above me. Said it's difficult to not say that you love me. And if you're ever at my door, you know I'll always let you in. I'm no longer afraid of being taken away. So give me your hand and I'll give you mine. I wanna keep up with you. So could you tell me what you think feels good? And if you want it, love it good and you got it, I'll make you scream about it like you should.
So I didn't pay attention to the lyrics that much, just in bits.
Yeah.
So maybe you can help me out there.
Yeah, I wasn't paying close attention, but
But nice lines,
from what I
right?
heard, yeah, and I think again it's about a guy who's closed himself off to people, but he feels with this person I want to be open, I want to be honest and
Yeah.
share, and if you're willing, if you want to, I'm here and I'm available.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
so it happens to people in life, right? They shut themselves off and they go through the years, not being open to other people, right?
Yeah.
They feel vulnerable or they'll be taken advantage of.
Yeah.
Or
It's a risk, right?
it is. It is.
But with
And it's very true of men, right? More than women, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Men don't reveal themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And they I think men don't reveal themselves because they want to seem like macho or tough or something. But actually some of them are screaming out inside to open up.
Yeah.
And it's hard for some guys.
Right.
Not for me.
Clearly not. This is one of those moments where in the comments people say, Kai, your dad is spitting wisdom for you.
Hardly.
And when you look back on these videos, you'll,
Yeah.
cherish what he's like,
he's-
this wisdom, basically.
That's right.
His lessons or something.
So I think that's essentially what the song is
I
about.
see.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. A few lines I really, really liked.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely thought about crafting them exactly how he wanted, because this is about his situation, how he feels, clearly.
Yeah.
And the music, compared to every other track, had the least amount of very apparent or bold sounds. It was this pervading atmosphere that accompanied his lyrics that stuck out at the forefront. So even though he had that whispered Elliot sort of delivery,
Yeah.
it was at the very front of things, sort of like Elliot, actually.
There
He
you
rules
go.
like that, yeah. And then the music sometimes takes a back seat when he's doing a song of this sort, and so that you can fixate on what he's saying. So I think they chose to make the music more stripped back and without those strong elements to it, so that you can really hear what he's saying. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely a choice for that purpose.
The percussion was what was, it's a very percussion, kind of percussion based album sound, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
The drummer, I don't know which one of them is responsible for the percussion, but he's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
very creative. From what I can tell, Yeah.
Cole Preston.
Cole Preston. Yeah. 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 So let's see here. Braden plays guitar and does vocals. Cole Preston is drums, and Dylan is guitar and vocal. Okay. I wonder which one of them does bass, or maybe both of them can play bass.
Yeah.
Since the bass is a type of guitar.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't say here, but
Yeah.
there you go. So that was who? Cole.
The drums, Kai, are so very different from all that rock music I used to listen to.
So different,
decades ago.
So different.
Decades ago. It's so different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think that could be the biggest, if you had to say one of the biggest differences?
Good
creating
question.
this more contemporary sound?
So, yeah, the Wallows 2024 compared to the music I grew up on in the 70s. I think it is. I think you're right. I think the percussion is the most different, because the guitar, I do hear sort of references to older music from like I don't know when would it be, the 80s and 70s in the guitar playing and stuff a bit, sort of vaguely.
Yeah.
But with the percussion, man, it sounds so different.
Yeah. And I think I mean, I don't know much about music, but just thinking about it with guitar or piano, you have certain chords that fit together that sound nice, established patterns of chords, right?
Yeah.
And you have to work within keys, right?
Yes.
But with percussion, most percussion isn't tuned, right?
Yeah.
It's just percussion.
That's right.
So you basically create these patterns and you fill in the gaps and you create rhythm.
Yeah.
Which isn't tonal.
Right. That's interesting. So in that way, there might be more room for percussionists to
innovate,
create and innovate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's an interesting idea.
Because I know some drums are tuned. Like, I don't know anything about drums.
Yeah.
I just know that some drums are tuned and other ones aren't. And if they aren't tuned, then they're just drums, right?
Yeah.
So that could be it. I'm gonna check the camera real quick.
Yep. Are we already on the second last track?
Yes, we are. Yeah. It's blown by.
It has.
Oh, and that final thing.
Yeah.
I love the piano.
Yeah, we've got
Comes in here.
attention and it's printer.
Coming up.
Oh yeah.
Ascending piano. And then it drops it back down. I think. Oh. No.
Maybe what I want myself is an open
piano.
With some pretty even spacing in between. Just strong, nice sounding chords. Really nice. So the second last track is called Going Under, and then only Ecstasy will finish us off here.
Yep.
So Going Under. So this sounds like not Dylan. It sounds like the other singer. I'm sort of getting a sense of things there.
I was wondering.
Now I don't know where I'm turning. Every step's a new end. No way out. I sense it every night. This feeling that I'll disregard all that we are and say goodbye. But you know I will never leave. Just have the time to think. Make it right. I'm not to get this far. Now you're screaming that you lose it all. And so sure that we'll make it out once more. And prove to you. I'm scared of going under if it's ever over with you. Now my head is in the pavement. Just got to be patient. Take our time.
What did you think of that one?
Some of these tracks could be longer. I think that one could be longer too. It's like less than 3 minutes.
Oh, I didn't get that feeling about that one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why.
Right. Yeah, at least for me.
Uh-huh.
Like, I felt like he built it up like that, which is great. Cool. Nice to see, right? That range. I felt like it could have gone up to an extreme level, just sort of.
When he was shouting, almost screaming.
No,
that he
I like that.
Carried on.
I like that, yeah. Or if it somehow, I feel like it could have just really used an overwhelming amount of added shit, where it was almost unbearably
loud and
jarring almost. And it actually was, and it worked really well with his delivery, with the change in lyrics here, sort of the situation that's happening, right?
Yeah.
Just give me time to think and figure out how I let it get this far, and now you're screaming that you'll lose it all. And that was the climax of his yelling.
Right. Yeah, I don't know what I felt about this track. I actually like the chorus and the melody. Da, 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 da. I like that a lot. Where he started shouting, it kind of took me aback. I thought, what the heck? Because there'd been none of that on the album so far. Yeah.
And I knew you're not a big fan of that sort of stuff.
Not so much.
But you like it when like John Lennon does it, and then.
Well, I guess it just depends on the song, right? How it's done.
I see.
It just caught me off guard, and I didn't feel that the lead up to that point sort of, I didn't feel the song building up to that point
Warranted that.
where he'd actually start screaming almost uncontrollably for a moment there. You know?
Right. I
So
guess
it just, what the heck? Like it didn't feel right to me
Right.
in this song.
I guess that's maybe what I was thinking about, how it needed to build more
Yeah.
musically.
Yeah.
And
or
then
something.
if it hit, I felt like it would have hit me
Yes.
more.
Yeah, me too.
Like this, maybe the yelling or however you want to put it came
Yeah.
a little earlier than the
Yeah.
climax of the music.
I think that was it. Yeah. And then it was followed by that kind of almost dreamy, mellow chorus after that.
But it makes that, I feel like that makes sense.
Oh, it does?
Because the situation is that she's screaming,
Yeah.
I'll lose it all. But he's sure that they'll make it out once more and prove to you that you are more than I could ever need. So it's a feeling of reassurance that he's trying to give her. And with this, oh, I'm scared of going under, is really comforting and pleasant. So it's a return to him trying to bring things down, I feel like,
Oh,
to
okay.
a comfortable level.
Yeah.
Like she's freaking out,
Yeah.
right? So that chorus tries to bring it, neutralize that
Oh, I see.
feeling, I think.
Mm.
Yeah, whether that's like the idea behind it, whether or not it works is a different thing, right?
Yeah.
But I think that's the placement
Mm-hmm.
of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It was good. It was different from the other tracks. I'm finding that on this album, every track is different enough from the previous ones to maintain my interest.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And then we're going to finish it off with the last track here called Only Ecstasy. And it is the longest track, so maybe it will give us what we wanted on a couple of those tracks, right? 4 minutes and 20 seconds.
I like that.
Chalice in your garden, the sun was shining in your eyes.
There's that bass I like.
I looked around the golden brown and found nothing green lines. You ran to pick me flowers and you brought them up to me. Engraved that day and smile you gave into my memory. You are my only ecstasy. You are the only one for me. Don't apologize.
Oh, the guitar there?
Crying. I will always hold you space beyond your falling tears. I can see generations.
It's a nice drop
in
there.
your face.
different.
I see the eyes of unborn daughters. I see you on the deathbed.
Definitely one of my favorite vocal performances on the album.
Yes.
Right?
It's true because you are
Lots of emotion in this one.
Yeah.
the ecstasy. You are the only one for me. Feeling like the time is through, of acting like we never knew.
Loving the drumming again.
Yeah.
Every track.
Only ecstasy.
Oh, I haven't heard that sort of a sound before.
It's a guitar.
Guitar.
Yeah. Different tone though.
Yeah.
So take all of my devotion. I've walked across an empty ocean to find it all, though fragmented now. I can see it all through your eyes.
bridge was great.
Yeah. One of the best moments for sure.
Yeah. I'm so glad that song didn't just
Yeah,
end.
right.
That I was thinking to myself,
Yeah.
please don't. And as I could tell, it was kind of nearing the end.
Yeah. Yeah.
That little bit at the outro.
Yeah,
that
it was
nice.
just
Nice way to finish the album. Too.
yeah, absolutely trickling away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Finish it off with a bang too.
Yeah. Yeah. It sure did. And on a very happy note.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
The most impressive song for me on the album, sound wise.
Impressive.
As in just
leaving a mark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the musicianship as well.
Yeah.
Across the drums, bass, and guitar. I thought they were really going all in.
Yeah, they weren't trying to rewrite the book on in terms of the music on this one.
Mm.
You know, some of the earlier songs, it's really inventive, unusual kind of drumming.
Yeah.
This one, it was more straightforward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That driving.
No,
beat.
absolutely. When it climaxed there, when we both shut our eyes, right?
Yeah.
That was
it was
great.
really nice.
Really great. And his vocals on
beautiful.
this.
It was beautiful.
Yeah. And his vocals on this fantastic performance.
Yeah. So was that Dylan?
It sounded like Dylan.
Okay.
Let's see. I don't know if I can find that out, but
Right. I love the way it opened. We talk about him in the garden and the sunshine.
yeah.
Yeah, it was perfect opening to the sound.
Yeah. So that was Braden and Dylan. I don't know.
Yeah.
Who took what, but either way, they both did a great job on this one.
Yeah,
really good.
They went out with a bang. That was great.
Yeah.
Wow. My very first recent alternative rock album.
Recent,
right? It's the first
past 2 decades.
It's the first alternative rock album I've ever heard since as I was saying, since REM. Right?
Mm-hmm. I don't even know.
Which I first heard 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Is REM alternative rock?
You mean Radiohead?
Oh, jeez. Why do I get those two bands mixed up? Radiohead.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
This last song especially reminded me of indie rock. This is a great representation, Only Ecstasy, this last track. Especially this sound is very much, and maybe this, what he's doing with his vocals here, so post-Strokes 2008, 2009, 2010 indie rock sound.
Oh yeah.
There, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Very much of that era, which is when those guys, when we saw the photo of them, like 2011, right? 2011. Like that's what was around then. So it's almost like paying homage to that short era in indie rock.
In this song
in particular. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Which I enjoyed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it really, the band's very tight. What I liked about it is the tightness of a lot of the tracks, like the up-tempo songs with all the guitars doing their incredible things.
Yeah.
Really tight sound, really well put together. The guitars were really inventive. Like I'd hear something come in on the guitar, and then the next, 20 seconds later it would change. And there's some other kind of thing going on.
Yeah.
But it all seemed to work well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
I love the bass. Did I mention the percussion? Yeah.
Perhaps, yeah. I'm just
Yeah.
really surprised you like the bass, which I'm glad about.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That. Yeah.
Their fingers must get so tired with those
Yeah.
thick strings, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah. Lyrically, I thought it was good.
Yeah, I
You
don't.
know?
I find a lot of indie rock, indie pop, and just pop music in general nowadays coming out in 2024. Lyrics about love, I've heard them and then I just sort of get bored of them. But listening to the lyrics from the Wallows on this album, just packaged in a different way than a lot of stuff that's coming out now. Just a little bit better than what's coming out now.
Yeah, I like that because the theme was love from start to finish. It was about relationships and love, right? But,
yeah, and I didn't get tired of it. That's, I guess, what I'm getting at. Yeah.
Well, each song seemed to deal with a slightly different aspect of it. Right?
Yeah.
So that maintained my interest.
Yeah.
Lyrically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I wonder if it was from the perspective mostly of like Dylan or of the other singer, right? Or also the drummer. Cole?
My hunch is that these guys contribute somewhat equally to the music.
Yeah,
it's got that feel to it.
It does.
Because the drummer, Colin, was that the drummer's name?
Cole, I think.
Cole.
Yeah.
Pardon me. He obviously is a major part of this band. So
yeah, and a 3-piece is different than a 4-piece. A 3-piece, I feel like you gotta be tight. And I don't mean tight musically, but on a person-to-person level.
Yeah.
Right?
In a 4-piece?
In a 3-piece.
In a 3-piece.
Compared to a 4-piece.
Yes.
Like even with friend groups, right?
Oh, yeah.
If you move with 3 people, I mean, I have 2 close guy friends, and we're really close to each other.
Yeah.
But 4...
It's different.
Sometimes 2 are closer, and then 2 are closer, right?
Yeah.
Or 3 are close, and 1 isn't.
Yeah.
But with 3, it's like a perfect trifecta just for being close to one another.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
So with that in mind, perhaps also might contribute to that as well.
Yeah, I'd be interested in hearing more of their music going back in time.
One song I would love to show you.
Yeah.
So it's the song that I mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
That's a big hit of theirs. So,
yeah. Awesome. Great.
Yeah. Should I finish it off?
Sure.
Sounds good. Okay. Thanks for making it this far. If you're here, hope you enjoyed the album. And this is a new album, so I'm wondering what your thoughts are about it. And if you listened to it right when it came out a couple weeks ago, I wonder how maybe it has grown with you in the short period of time since it's come out. If you're a Wallows fan, let us know how this maybe compares to their other work. And if you're new and just discovered it with us, let us know your thoughts.
That's right. Any insights into the Wallows, we want to hear.
Yeah, because we don't know any background other than Canada, which was that basic background,
That's
right?
That's right.
For these songs.
Yeah.
So
and they're from LA.
Yeah.
Great. Thanks for joining us today, and we hope to see you guys again real soon.
So yeah.
Bye.